and welcome to Hi Now Daily. I am Rachel Pacarro, and we are bringing our show to you from Maui. We're so excited to be here to support the local businesses and to just support the community here on Maui. I know you folks have been through a lot, and we are here to help. And I wanted to kick things off with our friend Teana Kaho'ohanohano. We are here at Hale Makua. Thank you so much for having us on these beautiful grounds here in Maui.
Thank you for being here today.
Absolutely. Now let's get to it. Let's talk about Hale Makua. For those who may not know, I mean, you were educating me a little earlier, and I'm so happy to find out all the services that you guys have and the work that you guys continue to do. So please share.
Well, Hale Makua Health Services is a private nonprofit here on Maui. We specialize in short-term rehab and long-term care. We have two nursing homes here on island. One is in Wailuku and one is in Kahului, which we are at today. We also provide adult day health services, care home services, community outreach programs, physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy, both inpatient and outpatient.
Very good. So a lot of the focus is, of course, on our kupuna, who we love so much. And once the fires happened, your team, you guys sprung into action. Let's talk about what you folks did right then and there when things were going down.
Absolutely. You know, almost a year ago today, Lahaina was affected by the fires. And on day one of that morning, it was a very somber morning for us here at Hale Makua. We had a lot of staff affected who were in the process of getting into shelters. We're trying to find our staff still. And we also had kupuna whose loved ones were there, whether it was their children, their parents, their grandchildren. So my team, without hesitation, sprung into action, came ready that morning with, okay, Teana, what can we do? Yeah. So what we did was on day one, first and foremost, we established a triage center here at the Kahului campus, partnering with the hospital. We knew the hospital was going to be inundated with burn victims and patients seeking urgent care. So we set up a triage center outside our facility, able to treat minor injuries, burn victims, and provide shelter for those who needed it.
Now, what was it like for your team? I know you just said your team sprung into action. A lot of your team was from Lahaina, so they were heavily affected, but they still just, man, got everything together and just jumped into action, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's their community. It's all of our community, right? So they came to work every day. Every day came to work and said, how can I go back? How can I go back out there? A lot of them at that point did not know what their own homes looked like. So they didn't care. Their main priority was helping our community. So on day two, with permission from the Maui County and of course my supervisor, we were able to get a bus of employees who were ready to go out there. I had a pharmacist on staff. We had our medical director, nurses, social workers, all piled into the van. We drove out there with medical supplies, oxygen, medication, food, and able to help out wherever we could.
Wow. And then, I mean, for those who are listening in and they want to continue with helping and supporting with what you folks are doing at Hale Makua, tell everybody how they can do that, how they can continue to support.
Well, we're continuing to look into long-term care recovery efforts right now. So you can always go to www.halemakua.org and put recovery in your comments. The work here never stops. We're continuing to help out our staff and our residents who still need our assistance out in Lahaina.
Yes, absolutely. So go ahead and check out their website if you'd like to donate. And I'm sure you folks, it's weighing on everyone's hearts, right? So go ahead and check that out and make sure you continue to support their amazing work. Teana, thank you so much for joining me today. We are going to hear from Wesley a little later in the show, and he'll continue to talk about those long-term efforts and the support that you folks are providing here at Hale Makua. Right now, we are going to send things over to our very own Kainoa Carlson, who is also here on Maui. He is out at the Ocean Center. Awesome.